Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with my weekly TBR. This is for week number 26 and it is June the 25th through July the 1st. July the 1st is Canada Day. Yay! Which means next weekend is a long weekend for me. I can't wait. I'm actually working tomorrow on Sunday, which sucks, but it is what it is. But what that means is that I actually get a 4-day weekend because I'm off on Friday and Monday, which is fantastic. So, if you're new to my channel, I do a TBR every week. I know a lot of booktubers do monthly TBRs, which is great. But for me, what I found this year is what's really seeming to work is doing these weekly TBRs and just picking a handful of books to read every week. And it seems to really be working well for me. I am also doing the Harlequin Project. I have a new video for that coming out on Monday. I will be filming it right after I'm done this one. So stay tuned for that. So I'm reading those books as well. So that's why, I'm going to just try for 4 books this week. I think 4 books is a good number. And a couple of them are on audio, which of course makes things very, very helpful when you're commuting back and forth to work. So you don't lose reading time on your commute into the office, especially if you're driving a car. If you're taking public transit, that's different. But if you're driving a car, they do frown on reading a book while you're driving. So the first 2 books are, as I like to say, mood reads, if you will, and they are 2 books that I really wanted to get to this month. Both of them I actually almost completely forgot about, and then I saw other people reading them, and I'm like, yes, I need to get to those. So the first book is The Front Porch Club by Michelle Major. This is book 5 in the Carolina Girls series. I have read, I think, the first 2 books in this series, and I really do like it. This is actually... There is romance in these books, but this is more about friendship between 3 women, 3 very different women in this small town, and how they all kind of lean on each other during this difficult summer that they're kind of going through. I'm just going to read just a little bit at the bottom here for you guys. It says, as spring ripens into a sultry summer, the 3 spur each other on to share their fears and dreams, face new challenges, and seize second chances. Because no matter how turbulent life may be, it's much easier to navigate these choppy waters when you're buoyed by true friendship. So this is definitely more on the women's fiction side, I want to say, as opposed to a romance. But you know there's going to be romance in there. Michelle Major does such a great job with everything that she writes. This is part of a book club. The reason I'm reading this is that I am participating in a book club that was put together by McKenna Lee and Terry Wilson, who are both Harlequin special edition authors and friends with each other. And every month they pick a book, and for the month of June, this is the pick. So I am participating in that, which is why I wanted to get this one read. It is a brand new release. I think it just came out very, very recently. The other book that just came out towards the beginning of this month or the end of May is another one I really wanted to get to because I am actually caught up in this series. I know that's very, very strange for me to actually be caught up in a series, but I am super excited. I did pre-order this when it came out, so yay. And that is Blueberry Blunder by Amanda Flower, which is the 8th book in the Amish Candy Shop Mystery Series. I don't want to give away too much about this because it is the 8th in the series. It's not like you would be spoiled necessarily. I'm always of the opinion that you can jump into a series no matter where and be okay if the author did a good enough job to kind of catch you up. With this series, even though I am caught up, I think there was at one point that I jumped around a little bit, but the last couple books I've read in order as they've been released. And this one has to do with our main character, Bailey, is going to be on sorry, bear with me, I'm just trying to see here, a reality TV show. So the premise of this series is, for those of you who have not heard of it before, this is a cozy mystery series. So there is a mystery involved here, and it's about our main character, Bailey King, who in the first book comes back to this small town called Harvest in Ohio, to help her grandparents run their candy shop. It's an Amish candy shop. So her grandparents are Amish, she is not. Her father was raised Amish and then left the church when he married her mother. And they lived, elsewhere, but she would often spend her summers in Harvest with her Amish grandparents. And so it's not unfamiliar to her, but our main character is not Amish herself. But there are a lot of Amish characters in this story. There's a pig named Jethro who's on the front cover of this book. I do like the pig. His owner, if you will, Juliet, not a favorite character of mine. I find her to be a little pushy, but each to their own. I know a lot of people really like Juliet. And yeah, I really enjoy this series. It is available, at least for me. I was able to get the audio from Hoopla. So if you are an audiobook listener and you're interested in trying it out, I really do like the narration on this series as well. I think it's delightful. The next one is a book I pulled from my Harlequin shelves. And, you know, still for, I think I only read like one book for June on the Range, and I feel so bad about that. But I gotta try and get to this one this week, and that is Wyoming Cowboy Protection by Nicole Helm. I have read some other cowboy books this month, but nothing that I was specifically reading for June on the Range, which was a booktube reading event, or is a booktube reading event, put on by Michael K. Vaughan and a whole bunch of other co-hosts to read Western fiction or nonfiction. And I, you know, went with cowboy romance because it's Western fiction. So we have Wyoming Cowboy Protection by Nicole Helm. This is a Harlequin intrigue novel. This is the second book in the Carsons and Delaney's series. So it says, a woman and a baby on the run just upended a cowboy's life. So that's all I'm going to say about this one. It is, like I said, an intrigue, which means it is a mystery. So I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to be really fun, pulling one of these books off my shelf every week to get to, because I have so many of them that need to get read. And I keep buying more because I go to the thrift store, and that's what happens. And the last book is going to be what I refer to as my throwback book. This week it is a Nancy Drew. It is an old school Nancy Drew. We have The Clue in the Old Album by Carolyn Keene. This is book number 24 in the Nancy Drew Mysteries series. So I just thought I'd share with you guys what this one is about. Nancy Drew witnesses a purse snatching and runs after the thief. She rescues the purse, but not its contents, then is asked by the owner, a doll collector, to do some detective work. So yeah, sounds really cute. That's all that it says on the back. It's a very simple kind of explanation to this story. The one thing, though, I can tell you, for those of you who are, again, audio listeners, this book in its entirety is available on YouTube as an audio to listen to. The woman who puts it together is named Penelope Haven, and I will leave a link to her channel below. She does a lot of these Nancy Drew stories. These are unmonetized videos, but she has a lovely speaking voice, and she narrates them. And each video, if you will, is a different chapter in the book. So they are really, really fun to go through if you want to listen to this or any of these older Nancy Drew books. I don't know how many she's done, but I know for sure I did check, and this one she does. But so like I said, I will leave a link to her channel below. Definitely check it out if you yourself are interested in rereading it through the Nancy Drew series. So anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. Pretty short, pretty sweet. Let me know if you've read any of these books. I know a bunch of people have already read Blueberry Blunder. No spoilers, please. I am looking forward to it. And I think a handful of people have read the Front Porch Club. So I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on that. And that's about it, you guys. Until my next video, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.